Welcome to something a little different. Welcome to something a little different, because this guy is gonna go and have fun with the idea. Normally we stick to the basics, we keep all the characters, we don't go very far. But if I recall correctly, this thing straight up just doesn't have any canon characters. So if you're not into that, if you prefer seeing the classics and the casuals, then please leave. Leave a man in his peace and let him have some fun. Although, I will allow one light tease at calling your dragon character Tolkien. Ugh. Ugh. It's probably a normal name somewhere. But, you know, we live in a world, and I'm the kind of person. In a Snoot-inspired world where anthro dragons and dinosaurs struggle to coexist with humans, sentient mammals, or any anthro not a scaly dragon, where dinosaurs do not... Wait. Oh, wait, excuse me. Anyway, dragons and dinosaurs are struggling to coexist, and human sentient mammals and any anthro not a scaly dragon do not exist. It's a really weird statement to make about sentient mammals, because I get it, but, like, it's kind of implied that whatever branch makes up humanity includes Coach Solly and Spears. I do find it weird to include any anthro not a scaly dinosaur, because sentient mammals should cover most of that. Oh, no, wait, no, there's Chad Shark, right? Who at times people are like, no, that's an actual shark. Enter Ash Tolkien, a young dragon. Man, that's a weird uppercase, but we'll take it smooth. Currently suffering through depression and transferring into a new school filled with dinosaurs. At first, Ash just wants to blow through what cause the drama's dreadful life. I think that's only one L. It's a really weird thing, I know. Until he meets a Megalosaurus named Yuna. You know, something about naming a character Yuna just immediately gives me flashbacks to, like, whatever Fics made it look like back in Final Fantasy 7? Gosh, I don't even know which one it is. Anyway, this one comes with a lot of art, which is cute! Also, it comes with paragraph indentations. I don't think AO3 even supports that. These are all, like, spaces as far as I can tell. Which is, like, a nice effort, buddy. Thumbs up. I also appreciate that our main character is sick and tired of having to tell us the story right out of the gate. Once upon a time, yada yada, also two kinds of stories. There's the dinosaurs, anthroptilids, including pterosaurs, evolved to pharaoh times. Have dinosaurs evolved to... Oh, wait, you have. Wait, what? Oh, wait, no, I'm getting mixed up. Those are dinosaurs. My brain is getting mixed up. They both start with the D. And there's an N and an O in there. And there are dragons, as well as with cryptid-like tendencies that are described as that's like the ability to breathe fire. So we have... So basically you have the better dinosaurs and the dinosaurs. What is right there? The dragons are descendants from dinosaurs that survived this very picked with a single meteor that mutated them nearby. Get this mutants in the now shit out of here. Nah, I love it. Long story short, for so long they fought for control of the world. Some was total crap, sure. Never want to hear. Big lore slop, right? I appreciate that one paragraph's all you need to establish. Yeah, shit's weird, man. Shit's weird. You want to hear my story? It's a story about a young dragon who gave up his life for reasons I'm not going to say much. Wait. Given up on life, excuse me. Yet my life would change forever after meeting a blue dinosaur girl. Oh my god. We're doing culture shock stuff. I always like that. I always like when people kind of emphasize that there is weird stuff that should be going on here, considering how some characters talk. Like, people aren't... They're playful with it, but it feels like it's playful, but there's definitely some substance behind it. My name is Ash Tolkien. This is a story with an Ashen heart. Oh god, that is just... I like it, though. So often are these stories written in an extremely tacky way, and they're just unwilling to just embrace it. They're like, yeah, this shit's kind of weird, but they're snarky about it, but they're not just accepting and being like, yeah, man, let's just ham it up. My Immortal was a sign that cringe is for losers. As in, to care about cringe is for losers. What year is it? Who fucking cares, man? It's a year of the century. It doesn't matter. It's cute world building at best. Anyway, it's in a future far, far, far away. After we kicked all human butt. Also, fun paragraph splitter. This little center aligned. I like it. It's less intrusive than the straight lines. Although, I remember that I have seen that done in, like, actual real books. They usually use, like, an asterisk or a dot. So, great, man. Good for you. Alone limo. It's always a big risk to start off your character in a fancy car. Like, Inko took a lot for me not to be like, you're a rich kid. Shut the hell up, buddy. They really had to create a situation in which Inko deserves the pity. Instead of me going, buddy, this is only difficult because you refuse to spend your fucking cash. Which is... listen, I don't want to talk about it, but I have read stories where it's like this character is rich and your problem could definitely be solved by spending money. Why aren't you spending your fucking cash, buddy? God. Why are you pretending like this is a problem? Like it doesn't even... Whatever. A long limo drives along the city that resembles a rundown metropolis with buildings resembling a... we're immediately getting some weird phrasing. A hybrid between a modern cyberpunk and medieval. So, I appreciate that while this is a bit of a clumsy sentence, a limo drives through a modern cyberpunk and a medieval town. It's a rundown metropolis. Doesn't that just paint a picture of like what is going on here? I would love to know. A lot of billboards and signs show a lot of dragon-related services. Do you need someone to like polish your horns, as it were? Because if those things get dusty, like you try to headbutt a door and it's just like, man, I'm sneezing for hours. Streets are filled with a lot of miserable dragons trying to live their lives away from the mugging the Dragon skin row? Man, with the fire breathing, that's going to be weird. Dragoness hookers. Or dragon thugs beating down randoms for stupid reasons. The limo, uppercase, heads for what looks like a massive military wall. A big sign reads, entering Dinosaur District, all dragons present your SAD cards for entry. Apparently that means safe around dinosaurs, which, if anything, points out that having them be dragons and dinosaurs, like, call them Saurians. SAS card is so much funnier as an abbreviation. But it is a definite freaking problem here. Because now anytime you do an abbreviation, it's like, is it dinosaurs or dragons? Also, I only know this because a comment pointed it out. This is something you should probably point out as early as possible. There we go. It's pointed out very shortly afterwards. That's very good. Apparently that was an addition later down the line. He didn't originally explain it, which is fucking funny. The limo entered the tunnel where a massive guard checkpoint can be seen with a line of cars, hoping to make their way to the end. Eventually, the limo's next to the line of checkpoints. It's a border crossing. I feel like I know what you're trying to do here, but most people can imagine what a border crossing looks like. USAD card, sir. The guard demands the driver. The kobold driver. Oh my god, of course it's a fucking kobold! They couldn't stick to just the dragons. Are kobolds considered dinosaurs or dragons? I mean, I guess they would consider themselves dragons. That's just how they are. Mr. Ash, the shit card. Sitting at the back of the limo is me, Ash Tolkien. So not only is your name Ash Tolkien, or Tolkien, depends on the sentence, I guess. Not only does he have a goofy name, motherfucker sitting in the back of a limo. Not in a van, not like a transport vehicle. There's a bit more service utility. No, motherfucker sitting in a limo. Living it up. Just your everyday red dragon who has given up on life. By the way, I hang my head down. Why would you say it like this? You're literally the one talking to us. I feel like what you're trying to communicate here is just, by the way, I hang my head down. You know I've given up on life. That's way better. Calling upon my name, I lift my right claw to sink into my black backpack, pull out the card, and give it to... for my first day. This is such a weird structure so far. Because, like, yes, Skin Row was like a weird place, but Anon didn't have to go through a military checkpoint. The fact that there's all this added layer of logistics to go to a dinosaur school makes it like, why did you even bother at that point? Why don't you have a school within this demilitarized zone you've got going on? The driver gives the card, the card to the guard. Which walks out to the checkpoint booth to give it to... Jesus Christ, man. It takes like 2 fucking intermediaries? How does this ever get done? Well, the card's being inspected. Look out the line and see a bunch of people. They all want to get around. Whether it's got their Safe Around Dinosaur cards, sign up to get one. So desperate to leave this shithole. Go to a dragon exclusive neighborhood, or den for short. I love how it's called a den. That's a pretty good name, and it's not a forced backronym either. That's just nice. That's just slick. That's cha-cha so smooth. That's the kind of shit you expect to see in someone who's like written their setting for forever and has gotten really annoyed with the stupid backronyms. I mean, I'm also okay with people who have done that shit for years and like, man, I love my stupid backronym. It's funny at this point. It's just a good joke. What I don't like is that the racial implications in Snoot game were always kind of, this is really severe though. Motherfuckers driving out of the slums in a limo. How did this happen? It's such a weird setup. You get to go. Here's your car. Young master. Oh my god. Are kobolds just ass kissers, or is he like or is he actually gonna have to do this? Seriously, how are the logistics gonna work if you have to go through this fucking checkpoint every day? This takes for fucking ever. You're gonna be late. A grown takes back the cart. Gate opens to let my limo through to the other side of the wall, towards the light end of the tunnel. Why is it in a tunnel anyway? I mean, I guess dragons, if they can fly, you would have to worry about that. But I don't see how that would matter for a security checkpoint. Like, they would just fly over the wall. Make our way to the rest of the city of Waterfall Park. I mean, admittedly, I do kind of like... It's kind of a weird name for an American city to have. The primary problem I have with that Oh, it's Colorado. That's a great fucking name. Well, I don't know. Something about Waterfall Park gets me because that sounds like a water park. That sounds like something that you might find in like a new European town because they're like designing it. But like American towns don't work like that. They don't give a shit about parks. They would call it Waterfall Town or Waterfall Wick, as I've recently learned. Apparently, Wick means town or hamlet. A cleaner part of the mountain city shining into the morning sun, surrounded by a forest of mountains. Its great waterfall falls to the state, Colorado. I love how Colorado preserves the Colorado vibe of how you say it. It's great! So far, the alliterations, the little acronyms and stuff are on point, man. Why is your main character called Ash Tolkien? God. You just can't call your character fucking Ash, Adolf anymore. You just can't. Which makes it all the funnier when you play one of those Japanese games. It's like the main character is just called Adolf, because it's a perfectly normal name. It just has connotations these days. Ugh. The problem is it's a fantasy-esque story, and it's kind of like, writing something set in this future and calling your character Picard. It's like, dude, come on. You should be aware of what this looks like. As if we just crawled out of hell and entered heaven. Unlike the dragon-infested place I came from, the streets of New Area are filled with dinosaurs. Dinosaurs begging, man. The begging dinosaurs are so much better than begging dragons. Doing their business without whatever trash I mentioned before. Take a quick, useless scan around my new surroundings with my orange reptile eyes. Why would you ever be this specific? Lacking pupils like all dragons. Wait, so you just have solid color? Dude, that's just a thing you do because of your art. I appreciate the gusto, though. I appreciate the fucking gusto to be like, why do these people have solid color eyes? Because I can't be bothered to draw them. Also, it's an interesting way to like make sure that people can tell dragons apart at a glance. Because otherwise, it's like you kind of look like But now it's like, no, you can't tell them apart, buddy. You can. It's really easy. Ugh. There's a lot of little details here, I have to say, that are really coming together really cleanly. When you think about it. I could see a lot of billboards of dinosaur-related advertisements, and of course some anti-dragon propaganda, not that I care much. I've actually brought up the whole, in the Anon Nuver stuff, because Anon moves to Greater Pangea, which has way more, greater dinosaur population, and as a result, the advertisements are mostly for, scale products. And I appreciate that we're pointing out that, yes, there's a market for this stuff. I wonder how different they would really be, though. Because with humans, it's like skins and scales and horns and crests. And hair care products, but wouldn't really exist. Because dinosaurs and dragons are way closer. Which is, again, why it's a little weird to make these two the contrast elements. My main reason for writing is that I'm heading with a new school filled with more dinosaurs. A big privilege for a dragon like me. Well, thanks to my family connections beyond the den. Why am I going to a dinosaur school in the first place? Let's just say there aren't many good dragon-heavy schools. All of these places are so full of those disgusting dragons. Master, what do you mean? I'm just saying, though, every time I look in the mirror, I want to vomit. But what was the term? What was the term I heard someone say? Self-hating Jew? It's a term I always fall back on when I have to explain, buddy, you are black. What are you talking about? Let's just say, okay. Dear Lord! Just thinking about my old school digs more pain into me enough that my ride made it to the new school, Waterfall Park Academy. Please, if it's a proper noun, it's either Waterfall Park, one word, or Waterfall Park, uppercase. Also, I'm pretty sure that if the whole thing is called Academy, all of these are uppercase, so it's WPA. It's actually a really good way to figure out if something is supposed to be uppercase. If you abbreviate it, do you include the Academy? Is it the Academy of Waterfall Park, or is it Waterfall Park Academy? We've arrived, young master. Wait, no, let me find nice postures. We've arrived, young master. My driver tells me as the limo comes up to stop in the middle of the parking lot. By the way, thank you for giving me a butler character. I love doing stupid butler voices. Fantastic. This guy is delivering in all the little ways. Like some of the higher level stuff is a bit off, but my goodness. Up, top, down, low. In the middle, too slow. Thanks, I guess. Jesus. See, I commented on, Sam, right? I commented on Sam and the other one being, a big fucking whiny baby. This character genuinely just has that low-key energy, but it's not overbearing. It's just yeah, he's just not having it. His head is hanging, he's being a little, But he's not every sentence is full of thesaurus material. God. Why is this, man, this goofy shit's working. Up top. With a low depressing tone in my voice. I love to imagine that he's saying that because he really wants you to know it's because he's desperate for you to understand his pain. And that's cute. And with Sam, it was a bit overbearing. It's fine. Grab a back for opening my door, step into the light. You're in a car, man. There's windows everywhere. What do you mean into the light? The same light that tries to shine on my black leather jacket and gray cargo and this heavy boots. Oh, he's trying so hard, and he's so handsome. Listen, I got a soft spot for a leather jacket, so buddy, 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 t-shirt with a dragon skull in the middle. Olivia wants her shirt back, thank you. Thank God I can stretch my legs at least. How long did you take to get here? How big is the den? My limo takes its leave. Man, that kobold must be terrified. It's like, oh, God damn it, I'm surrounded by racists. Gotta get out of here. In my fancy car. Oh, he's probably more nervous about going back home, since you described that place as the perfect place to get mugged. I look up at the school itself. It's very big and impressive. Looks like an aquarium that has a big dome in the middle surrounded by... Wow. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I always like adding a lot of a glass atrium of sorts. It's just really... I just really like fucking atriums. They're very fun. They really give a place an immediate sense of class, you know. For example, I had the combo school, which like combined St. Hammond and Volcano High. With that, I went with like the central area is this large glass atrium with an indoor park, and like the top floors are reserved for teachers and stuff, and that's where Naomi and Spear sits. It gives this very strong like tower in the middle panopticon feeling, except it's a U shape. A lot of sun comes in. Very warm, probably. Probably impossible to survive in summer without some ventilation and AC. For Pretty Little Birdie, there's not much. But I know that the arcade was going to be described as like this chrome-ass building, like the shiny bean. And of course there's the Unity Tower, which also goes like the double helix vibe. A lot of the sunlight. I really like that. I feel like once you go with steel and sunlight, and you do it like right, not the boring office way, you can get very far in getting that vibe, man. Don't know if a book can necessarily capture that energy, but fuck it, man. Let me have my fun. Anyway, it's a cool building. Let's go with Hallowed Halls. Already I can see the dinosaurs so far gather around my building. Here goes nothing. With a deep sigh and a quick brush of my hand on my spike jet black. Man, he's trying so hard to sell himself. Look at this guy. He's got that big old bang. I'm close to the main entrance. I'm already getting attention from the crowd. Dinosaurs give me terrified looks, pissing their pants at the... Did you really give up on life, or are you just here to bully them? Is that him? Sweet, drop the Jesus, help us! Why are you asking questions? These are statements and declarations. For shares us girls, cowers behind their friends. Also, isn't it weird that the main character in character narration feels the need to point out that humans? How would you know what a human is? It's a dragon from the den in our school. Why is he even allowed to be here? I think I'll hear us. Juan. Is that why you live in the slums? Because you eat dinosaurs, man? Why are you so hungry? Get some food in that belly. I ignore the fearful whimpers from Dino Team. Man, this is such a weird way to establish your main character. So much for being welcoming. Terrified by the fact that I'm the only dragon of the school. And it only gets worse when I'm inside the main building. To be greeted by the main lobby with a big cylinder fish tank in the middle. What the hell? How is this a school? While dinosaur students cower in fear like a bunch of whimpering puppies. A Troodon student? How does Troodon still exist if we have the dinos, the Dragon Zone? Cartoonishly jumps into a trash can to hide. Even the staff members shit their pants when they see me. This is so fucking hammy, man. Like, this is so hammy. Compared to everything else that tries to be grounded, you know? It's a bit much. But on the other hand, it's a nice change of pace, you know? I haven't had this flavor in a while. But drinking so much bland-ass water that someone just giving me a cup of lemonade syrup is like, man, what a delicious, refreshing drink. I love it. I fucking love it. It's so bold. It's so brave. Doesn't really bother me, though. I'm not here to make friends, nor do I care what they think of me. I just want my senior year to be over with without any drama from my old school. This is a high school, and they call themselves Academy? Ugh, they're so pretentious. So I can make my way to the nearby billboard in between the rows. On the billboard looks like a school map. It's not you're talking about a pinboard or a corkboard. Or a whiteboard. But it's not a billboard. Billboards are for advertising. I imagine maybe it has overlap in terms of whatever. I pointed out the place was supposed to go. Why do you feel the need to point that out to us? Why do we need to know that? The second floor of the main building where I could find the principal's office. Why don't you just say that you found it? Why do you have to tell us that you were pointing at it? Are you writing a script for a comic, or are you writing the actual thing? I will say the pacing is very, very well faster than usual. Like, we just have the scene establishing how the checkpoint works. A low building, then it's like, oh no, people don't like me. And we're not sticking around describing how you get places. It's like, we just assume you get there. It's fine. I traveled down other hall lockers to find the school principal. Remember, the difference between a principal and a principal is that the principal is your principal. Is your principal pal, which is terrible. as a mnemonic. It's a place where I need to go in order to complete my transfer, to ignore more of the whispers from the meteor skippers. I mean, I like Dodgers more. It sounds a bit more flaky, bit more crude. Skippers feels a bit. I don't know. I'm thinking of like sailor stuff. I decided to go put on a headset and listen to a thing. Man, this is like the third fucking character that's put on a headset from a grimdark video game fan. Motherfucker just turns on his Dark Souls. Hell yeah! God, it's so thick. Please, sir, some more chocolate spread for my sandwich. My biggest mistake is having my eyes closed listening to it because I bump into someone. I'm going to keep reminding people until the end of time. Anyway, the fuck! I stammer at the impact. I almost fell, but thanks to my tail, I regained my balance as I clutched my chest with one of my claws. Man, I appreciate that. It's like we haven't even brought up the tail. It's just like, yeah, tails are good for balance. Man, we're going slick, cha-cha, so smooth. I feel like in any other fic, they would have done the like look in the mirror thing and like, oh look, I have a tail. But here it's like, no, I don't know. There's something about it that gets me. It's so much more willing to like let me, the viewer, actually figure shit out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the author's doing this intentionally or not, but it's really good. It's like I don't have to read all this useless detail. I'm so mad. You're making it hard for me to be mad. The pain feels like I've just been hit by a speeding truck. Buddy, how fast are you walking? Stop sprinting. I better not be bruised. Who the fuck bruises from like a four? What the hell? Ouchies, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to... Watch where you're going, you crazy bit. You can't say that in a Christian manga, so the author does not say it. He even says fuck without a C. I paused to see that my assailant was a blue Megalus. Man, I already pointed this out with the Sam one, where he like meets up with Trish like pretty much straight away, and apparently that's going to be a pairing. I appreciate that we're just starting this off. I know that that's technically how Snoot Game and Wani work, but I feel like Snoot Game and Wani have the character pop up on screen, and then they just fucking say, and then she's gonna go away for like a couple of chapters. Buddy, don't think about her. Whereas in these ones, they're actually willing to have these characters interact in any capacity. It's so brave. Gormite sitting on her fat ass. Jesus Christ, man! I appreciate that he's this big of an asshole. A lot of room to grow. Which probably broke her fall. She's wearing what looks like a short black jacket with rolled up sleeves. Why does it look like that? Oh, man, look at that. Oof. We're going to talk about it. A pair of tight black pants, boots, a light blue skirt with a yellow triangle. And dear Lord, she's a round pup and look, she's pregnant. Her face, though. Man, it's like a really specific thing. I mean, I'm not going to give too much criticism on the art because it's not really relevant. It gets the vibe across. Violet hair, silver pupils. Is she blushing? God damn it. She does have the pupils. The main character doesn't, right? I think it's one more art piece? No. But yeah, the main character doesn't have pupils. I think it was implied. Let's see. She's blushing. That's because she's horny, and she definitely writes fan fictions on whatever their version of Wattpad is. You know. You fucking know that she's one of those people, right? That's why she ran into him. Are you supposed to be going somewhere? I ask her, trying my best to sound rudely demanding. I think it's very cute that the character is aware of the fact that they're having to try. It's like, oh, I gotta put on my angry voice. I like it because it means that the character isn't normally like that, and they have to kind of like force it, like they're trying to project, like you're implied. They're projecting instead of being, and that is such a good. Fuck off, man. Why? How are some of the most liked fics so fucking garbage compared to like some guy just having a little fun in the backyard? You know, who's just hamming it up, living life. You think someone like that would take shortcuts, but no, it's the big shots that are taking all the fucking shortcuts and fucking shit up. The ironic shortcut being writing 10,000 words where 1,000 would suffice. It's not a shortcut, but you know what I mean. It impresses the plebeians. Oh yeah, it would be embarrassing to be late for homeroom. The blue girl only perks up in response and picks up her thick tail to help. I don't know. Is it? I mean, it's got the problem of like, where does this connect to her butt? It's too thick at the base, but again, we're not here for art criticism. If I give art criticism, I would be here all day. She turns her head to look at me, but the silver eyes once again, with a smile on her snout. A smile from a dinosaur. Excuse me, madam. Were you not taught to be racist? She should be shitting her pants at the side of it like every other dinosaur. So why did you want to go here? If your old school was so bad, is being feared by everyone that much better? I feel like you'd just be inviting assholes to try and beat your ass because they want to prove themselves. I feel like this could go horribly wrong. Still I am, sir. Just go! Stop it! I'm trying to be angsty! So good, man. Ugh. It's so good. I angrily bark, hoping to scare her off. Ugh. I imagine it's actually just the author, being a bit new to the stuff. But it works so well. It works so well to have the main character, like, give off this aura of, like, I'm trying, for fuck's sake. It's great. Which only gives like a small girl, which is impressive considering how large she is. Because she's thick. She's got a lot of tail and a big belly, like a small girl would not have. Hold up, we gotta find a cute little romance theme. Giving those little googly eyes. Growl! I angrily bark, hoping to scare up. She giggles like a little girl. Okie dokie. Hope to see you again. Girl gives me a wink before heading off, leaving me a bit awkward. I feel my cheeks turn red in embarrassment. My edgelord! I've been destroyed! Seriously, what the heck just happened? No matter. I need to see the principal before the school actually starts. I have to make sure that my values are aligned with the school. After that unwanted collision, I finally made it to the door I'm looking for. The one that reached principal's office. How the fuck do you mess this up and not, like, double check? Here goes nothing, I guess. I opened the door to be greeted by a fancy, clean lobby area that I assume is the secretary office. This principal has a fucking secretary office directly before his office, like, not to this. Oh, damn, man. Guy lives it up. Behind the desk, I see a nicely dressed pink Dolly-saurus around her mid-20s. Damn. I was like her filing her little claws. Jesus Christ, man, you're not running a reception. You're at a school. Come on. Our president asks, "Are you the principal?" She flinches, dropping her nail file. Jesus fucking Christ, shouldn't she know you're coming? She looked with her sky blue eyes and a face of fear. Oh heavens, no, I'm just a secretary. You must be the new student, the dwag in the white. I just at her with my low blank face. Hoping to give some answer with a second. I love how hard he's trying. He's so precious. She gets you there, push the button, and goes, Principal Freefall, the special students here. Burger bread. Principal Freeman will be seeing you now. Secretary motions her claws to the door where I'm obliged to. Inside, the actual office shaped like a spacious rectangle. Damn! They can afford rectangles around here? I see another big fish tank. What is it with the fish tanks? Well, I see some bookshelves on this other side. Actually, I would love it if this fish tank is the same fish tank. It's like one really big one, and it can actually offer. Because that shit's just cool, man. He's got a little curtain to close it off so people can't look in through the fish tank into his office. Then I see what looks like a picture of the school football team. Piqued my interest. It's got a 19XX. It's like at least 20 to 30 years. Dude, what the fuck? This school's so fucking. What is it called again? Washed? That's what the kids say, right? Washed? Woof. Man, this fic is fantastic. The team must be impressive at that time. They looked happily huddled together for their black and white. How early was this taken? So I'm gonna put a tear down my check. My checkbook. It's so wet now. That's a really funny typo. Or a tear down his check. Like he tears his checkbook in anger. I can't buy this team anymore. Mr. Tolkien, I assume. A voice calls to me, earning my attention. My eyes land on a pair of leather chairs. Man, there's so much leather in this world. There's a leather jacket, leather chairs. Anyone want to wear any leather pants? Put on some leather boots and leather gloves. Leather earrings, perhaps? Behind the desk is another bigger executive chair. Turning around to reveal the big head guy himself. Principal David Freefall. Damn, that's a hell of a name. That's a hell of a fucking name. There's a name label on his desk reads. He's a pterosaur. Fucking course he is. He's a big black pterosaur wearing a black... Why does he wear a black suit if he's black? That's such a terrible combination. Like, it kind of works with human suits if you mix in the whites a little bit and add, like, an accent color, maybe. But fuck, dude. With your black wings, you're going to bleed, like, your skin into your suit. Like, you need the cuffs exposed to cut off your hands. You need the collar exposed to cut off your head. Because otherwise, it's going to blend in, especially with dinosaurs, where the black isn't, like, a dark brown, but, like, straight-up black. Oh, those, by the way, there are actually people that are straight-up black. And some of them do wear straight-up leather gear in Africa. And all I can say to those motherfuckers is, you are suffering for the aesthetic in a way that no one in the Western world could possibly appreciate. And I admire your gusto. Go get him! You are letting no one take you down! Not even the sun. He's wearing a black suit and an electric green tie. Oh, man, this guy knows exactly what he wants. It matches the color of his feathered hair and the green stripes on his back like a tiger. Oh, that's a pretty interesting look. I mean, I guess if we're going to go with, like, modern cyberpunk... Modern cyberpunk's a weird term, considering cyberpunk is inherently futuristic, but the sclera of his eyes are also oddly green. His irises are black. And his diamond pupils are white. Wait, his pupils are white? And his irises are black, but his sclera, like the whites, are... Man, that guy's got some eyes. Getting big kaiju energy during 5 sessions. It's Monster Energy. Why is my teacher a Monster Energy beverage? Is this chair gonna collapse at some point? I'm getting a feeling it's... Oof. Have a seat. The energy color principle. Oh. You know. As much as his name's a little goofy. Ash has a fucking good narration, man. No chill. All try hard. Also, the combo belongs inside of the... I did what I'm told. I just picked a random... It's not a quiz! Well then, Mr. Tolkien, I am Principal David Treefall. Now it's lowercase, whereas before, the principal was capitalized. And I do hope your journey from the dreaded Waterfall Park den was a smooth one. I squinted my eyes slightly at that question, with a soft growl in my voice. The journey to and from the den is never that smooth. You always have to give some of those bums a dollar bill. I hate it. I hate dollar bills. I'll only like paying 20s. Yeah, you could say that. Free fall. Why is there another uppercase in his name like that? I just noticed it. That's so cool. God damn. Motherfucker is living up his life. No chill. That's good. I, myself, on behalf of the entire school and, to some extent, the school board district would love to say it's a great, rare honor to have a living dragon in one of our esteemed schools. You sound like you just read it from a script. Lisa Rogers says, be careful with that attitude. I've been told about your behavior lately. You're lucky that I have good connections with your family. What is going on, man? What is with everyone having some fucking problems chasing them down of late? Wasn't Sam that had the issues, it was the other guy. Sam just seems to be... Also, this is so weird. I guess that's the point, is that it's scripted. Because otherwise, why would you say this if it's implied the dragons are like the poverty race? They're the poor people race. That's what defines dragons. Except for this one guy who rides in a fucking limo and can afford a cool jacket. What connections? Enough to let you know that I've dealt with dragons like yourself before. Dealt, past tense is with EA. Are you shitting on me? If I opens one of his wings, reveals some bull... Jesus fucking Christ, man! You can't do that! It looks like he did visit a den at some point. I feel like burn marks would make more sense if apparently dragons can breathe fire. So this motherfucker went into a den, got himself cut and shot up, and was like, yeah, I want a dragon in my school. As I said, boy, careful with your attitude, which includes your language. God, this sentence is so awkward. To be fair, this sentence is also really awkward. I, myself, on behalf of the entire school, or to some extent, why is this so conditional? Just fucking say what you mean, man. So I managed to get these connections. Oh, he served as a security guard. Response team division. Oh, please tell me he's part of the high threat response team. The HRT. I'll fucking love HRT. Hold up. What is it abbreviated again? I think it's just called it's HTR, High Threat Response. Fair enough. I guess I fucked it up myself. But yeah. Also, if response team division is a specific position, that would be uppercase. Capitalized. The uppercase in this is very sporadic. The principal working on dense security guards? That's a rare thing. Same principal question to folds back his wings and continues. Because he's supposed to be Ripley, I guess. Thanks to my experience with your kind, I managed to convince the school to allow you in. So dragons are not just poor, they're also fucking terrible? How does a species that's capable of beating someone's ass with this much ease not, like, you know, higher up on the ladder? Because, you know, they could take all that shit for themselves. Shouldn't that kind of power concentrate itself to, like, a few very powerful families that run the rest? Like, this feels like something that should be organized crime, and, like, fairly well done at that. You should be grateful to all that you, a dragon, even have a chance to mingle with my fellow dinosaurs at the school. Is that... Oh, damn. That's a way heavier layer of racism than I've seen so far. Because sure, some of the other fics will do stuff like... They'll have things like swears and slurs, but very few of them are willing to go with, buddy, your race is a spit of dirt on my pristine, superior species. You know, none of them would say it like that. I have any other choices? So yeah, good. And just start going to the direction. You've got a lot of big... What is with everyone being so... Just fucking say it. You always remind me of that. Anyway, Free Fall's like, of course. With that in the case, I hope whatever happened there will be happening here. We're down in the den after all. I am allowed to shoot you with a gun. In the registration, important prints. One of them is my school schedule. Important prints applies that he's taking your fingerprints, not making like printing stuff out for you. Here we go, Mr. Tolkien. Welcome to Waterfall Academy. If you got into trouble, just talk to a staff instead of stabbing someone to death. It's just normal operations. Oh, ugh. God. According to my schedule, my homeroom class located in the same floor in the main building. Prior to my entry, all the dinos instantly freak out. Man, they're gonna have to get used to this real damn fast. Smell Brachiosaurus. Eyes his head above. Got the fucking cartoon energy, and this is so wild. Is that expected to be... Shouldn't... Considering what dragons are like, shouldn't he have been given, like, a heads up? I feel like this is the kind of stuff you give someone safety classes for. Like, how to de-escalate with dragons.
You must be the new student.
This teacher stabbers. Yep. I only say. Why not? I only say yup. Teacher, get some courage, Pixie.
Before you take a seat, would you like to say something to your fellow students?
I look at them. They're all cowering. The girls are pissing themselves. The boys are shitting themselves. Honestly, this whole place smells like a fucking latrine. Here goes my not-so-welcoming sheet. My name is Ash Tolkien, and I'm here to say that, yes, I'm a dragon, and I'm here to say I just want to get this over with, so stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of yours. I'm not good at rapping. Anything more I want to say? I give the teacher a death glare and a growl, and my throat to shut him up. We're motioning. Jesus Christ. Sister Day, first big dragon, that's better be worth it. Why are you like this? Are you trying to make things better for yourself, or are you trying to make your life even more complicated? This guy's so fucked up. I love him. I love the zero fucks given energy. God damn. What an asshole. Well, this is an art piece where we see Ashen. I love it. I don't know, man. This like I have a lot of things that I like to read, and I kind of like this because of it. It's got that bold. It doesn't give a shit energy. I could say what I want and it wouldn't care. I love it. What a lovely thing. I think it's great. I don't think it's high art, but fuck it, man. I don't go to McDonald's to get a 5-star dinner. Go there because I like McDonald's. I like it. I think it's great. I think it's got a lot going for itself. I think the dragon dinosaur thing is a little bit of a weird friction plane, but I don't know, man. It kind of works. I love that the main character is like obviously trying to ham it up. I would love it if it turns out that he is just doing it because of the image. But you know, I think there's a lot of potential here for this to really properly blow up. I love how everyone is just actually constantly fucking freaking. It's so stupid. Like the next chapter is like, dear Lord, please don't make me. I can't believe he's a cannibal. I don't know, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Another cylinder fish tank in the middle of the walls are also... How does a schoolmate handle? It's self-aware, right? It's being weird, but it's self-aware in the kind of way where it becomes weirdly... Like, it circles around to being genuine again, right? Like, if you're goofy and you play it straight, then that's funny. But if you're goofy and you play it straight, but you also show self-awareness about it, then it's all kind of like a little weird. You kind of loop around to being like, this is tragic for everyone, right? School villas look like an aquarium. Is this school... Did it used to be an aquarium and they just repurposed it? They were like, yeah, we have a building and we need another school, so just use the fucking aquarium. God. I like Yuna, though. I like how there's at least one pervert in this school. It's fucked up enough to say, like, cannibals, I'm all for it. I'm into vor. Eat me. He's just not handling. He's just like, I don't know what vor is, but I don't like it. This is great. This is fucking great. Woo! I feel like I should probably add a few tags for the fact that it's doing actual racism, like hardcore stuff, not just like, and I'm throwing a slur around for kicks, shits, and giggles with his friends, but like the straight up hard stuff. But outside of that, I don't know, man. I could see myself reading this all the way to the end and having a great time with it. What the hell? I'd rather repeat senior year than work with a princess napper. That's a really fucking weird term for dragon, but I kind of love how stupid it is. Why would they kidnap... Those are dinosaur princesses they begin, which is just so silly. That's a lot of D's. Get it? Penis. God, I'm falling apart. Something about it just works, man. Sometimes, if you put enough weird stuff in the spaghetti sauce, you get something really good. It's not my immortal. I'm not laughing at it. Because everything it does, it seems to be doing intentionally, which means that it's good, right? Although if it's doing unintentionally, fuck it, man. Live up life. It's too short. Blue Drago Studio 33. Here's to you finishing it. Because, you got passion, you got energy, you got zest. You got that je ne sais quoi. You've got your paragraph indentations. Buddy, you deserve it.